Okay, let us take this sum to understand acute and obtuse angle bisector. Now here in this sum they say find the equation of the bisector of the angle between the lines. Okay. Also state which of them is acute angle bisector or obtuse angle bisector. Okay. So in this sum I repeat again, the keyword is bisector of the angles. They want acute angle bisector as well as obtuse angle bisector. Now, as discussed earlier, to do that we follow three steps. Okay, but to begin with, here what we do is we first decide which angle we want to find, angle bisector we want to find the first. In this sum we will find acute angle bisector first. The other equation will represent obtuse angle bisector. Okay, obviously in the exam they won't ask you to find both the equations. Okay, generally they ask you one at a time. So here this is what we want to find. Now as decided, we're going to follow the three steps here. So let's start with step number 1. We'll take both the equations. So the first equation is x plus y minus 3 equal to 0. The second equation is 7x minus y plus 5 equal to 0. As decided, here constant term is negative, here the constant term is positive. So there is problem in C1, so we multiply with negative sign. So minus x minus y plus 3 equal to 0. We get the first equation here. The second equation, there will be no change, but still I ask you to rewrite it and put that in box. So step 1 is over. Now before we move to the second step, let me be very clear, this is your A1, this is your B1, this is your A2, and this one is your B2. Don't refer the original equation. Okay. Now in step number 2, as decided, we are going to find A1 A2 plus B1 B2. Okay, so A1 is minus 1, A2 is 7, B1 is minus 1, B2 is minus 1. So what I get is minus 7 plus 1, which is minus 6. This is a negative value. Okay, we are not interested in this the actual value but the sign. Okay, so here can I say A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is negative. This is the conclusion. Okay, which will help us to use select the sign from the table. Now let's talk about this. Recall the table. This is acute, here we write obtuse, here the value is positive and here the value is negative. Okay, now while writing, here we write negative sign, here positive, here negative. Now let us circle out the things which we wanted. Here we got A1 A2 B1 B2 as the negative value, so I'll circle the negative sign. And which bisector I am looking for? I am looking for acute angle bisectors. So I'll circle acute angle bisector. This intersection of these two suggests that I should go for positive sign. And therefore, can I say the acute angle bisector is, let's take the equation from the step number 1, which says minus x minus y plus 3 upon under root कोएफिशिएंट का स्क्वायर करके ऐड is equal to, let's say the second equation, which is 7x minus y plus 5 upon under root of 7 square plus minus 1 square. Now the most important part, which sign I should go for? As table suggests, I should go for positive sign. So let us simplify this. I get minus x minus y plus 3 upon root 2 is equal to 7x plus, sorry, minus y plus 5 upon, it would be 5 root 2. Okay, as it is going to give me 50. So root 2 get cancelled. Let's cross multiply. I get 5 minus 5x minus 5y, 5 3s are 15 is equal to 7x minus y plus 5. If I arrange it, I get 12x plus 4y minus 10 equal to 0. Let's divide by 2. I get 6x plus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. And I got the acute angle bisector. Now since they want us to find the obtuse angle bisector in the same sum, let's say obtuse angle bisector. Now we use the same thing. Here the value would be root 2 is equal to 7x minus y plus 5 is equal to 5 root 2. Okay. Now if you just see here in the table, for the negative, okay, and for obtuse we use negative sign. Okay, so what we go do here is we will be using negative sign in the formula. Okay, and that is it. Now let's simplify further. Root 2 get cancelled. Okay, what I get is minus 5x minus 5y, okay, plus 13, sorry, 5 3s are 15 is equal to minus 7x minus y ka plus 5 minus 5. So if I arrange the term, I get 2x, this term on the minus 6y plus 20 is equal to 0. So if I adjust it, I get x minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0. This is the obtuse angle bisector. So this is where we come to the end of the video based on finding acute angle and obtuse angle bisector.